and I'll keep funding my army up until the point they are fully reinforced. At that point, I'll just lower it almost all the way down. This time I'll leave just a tiny smidge of tiny smidge of upkeep for them, so that they have a bit more morale than they would otherwise. Because if rebels spawn on their face, right when they spawn, they are really low on morale, but it's still more, I think, than a wholly unfunded force would have. So yeah, I'm going to leave just a bit for them so that they have a fighting chance. And also I'd love to get a horsey for this army, and maybe one final unit of infantry, so that I'd be up to 5. I'd love to go up to 8, but that's probably too much expense, because yeah, our economy is in the toilet after losing Ozel, even though it's just base tax of 1, but we lose its production of grain, which apparently hits our income values quite a bit. Oh, we'd actually get a bonus for changing culture here because Old Prussian wasn't accepted. Huh. But we do get also the free merchant from getting the next bit in our Diplo ideas, so I'm actually going to grab that and then start with the conversions in here. I hope that works out. Yeah, I almost forgot to mention, I'm really happy that I got this philosopher and kept him around when that event happened that could have forced us to get rid of him, because our prestige would have been utterly in shambles after that war had we not had him increase our prestige just constantly for a long time. Okay, let's see. I think we wanted to place him in Kiev. That's 3.0. Some folks actually, Muscovy, Pskov and Novgorod are all pushing trade here, and in here it's only Yaroslav, and it would be more value, but it's not within our range, so we can't send our dude over there. Oh right, but Krakow, there's no one in Krakow pushing to Baltic, so yeah, I think our brand new trader is going to transfer from Krakow, which in turn should bump this up nicely. It takes him 15 more days to reach there. Oh, and we actually lost a galley. I think at some point they were docked in the province that got captured, so they were pushed in here and lost a battle and had to retreat. So yeah, 0.21. Not really spectacular, but that's better than nothing, I suppose. Now, of course, Sweden is gathering the lion's share, and the Teutons taking some tiny bit, and just the tiniest smidge going to Lithuania as well. So we are kind of playing into Sweden's hands, and by proxy to Denmark's hands, because Denmark is in a personal union with Sweden. Yeah, please, Sweden, break that union up. So irritated about that. But yeah, that should have bumped our economy up a tiny bit, and now I can actually lower this to, let's say, like here. So now I can afford to repay this loan. Thank you. That took care of that interest, and unfortunately inflation never goes down, never ever, unless you get certain ideas, such as this economic idea, national bank, yearly inflation reduction, or if you get a specific dude over here, I don't remember who it was it Master of Mint or something? Let's come to that in a bit. Unless you have one of those, inflation never goes down. And what inflation does, everything costs more. Buildings, mercenaries, infantry, cavalry, artillery, ships, galleys, transports, and advisors. Everything costs more if you have inflation. So, try not to get too much inflation, or if you do, make sure you have a way to get rid of it. Otherwise you're kinda screwed in the long run. Okay, but here we have the old Prussian revolt in Kurland. Hey, well, at least I have my 5,000 dues over there, so it does increase revolt risk substantially. It's ridiculous amounts, 10 whole points. But right now I'm kinda attached to my ducats and don't really want to give them half a year of less taxes, and yeah, I'm just going to eat this revolt risk for that half year period and see how my units do in this battle. I'm really hoping I won't get screwed immediately. Oh, Teutons want access? Yes, please, I am very happy to give you access. Oh, Christ. And Lithuania wants access? Sure, Lithuania can have access. Let's please just... Nope. My units couldn't handle those rebels because I wasn't funding them enough. So, luckily they didn't kill all of us, they just forced a retreat on all my dudes. So, you know what time it is? Time to up the maintenance. The reason why this costs so freakishly much is because I need to reinforce those armies. And as soon as they are reinforced, this is going to go down to pennies. Well, not literally pennies, but like right now reinforcements 1.44 and armies 1.06. It's not going to be total cost of 2.5 after they finished reinforcing. Yeah, as you can see, now the reinforcements are only 0.09. So reinforcing units, that costs a pretty penny. Okay, now you are fully reinforced, and after next month we can just go and smack their faces. Luckily the rebels aren't reinforcing themselves, at least not much. So any penalties or any losses that we inflict on them will kind of remain. And this time we started with way better morale, but still worse. And their leader is crappy, so unless the rolls go horribly for us, we should be able to beat them. But it's really going to be close, regardless. Yeah, just barely won. And now the revolt risk is 9.9% in this province, so I'm actually just going to go away. This is a horrible situation to be in. I mean, I need to freaking fund my troops a lot just to make them hold their own against rebels of similar sized stacks. So it's yay, because I was doing so well. Either my trade income goes to the toilet for 5 years. So yeah, that'd be losing 1.6 ducats. well, not exactly, but like losing a large portion of my second highest income rating for 5 years, or losing 100 Diplo power. Yeah. Let's just lose the Diplo power. Actually a negative Diplo powers. Right now I don't have anything else to use my military power on. I don't really want to get a leader. My leader would suck anyway because my army tradition is really, really crappy. So yeah, let's just bump up our tech. That gives us a bit more tactics so that our dudes don't die quite as easily. Our land morale is better, and our infantry has a tiny bit more shock. So maybe this will lead to our dudes not dying instantly. Yeah, we can hope. But yeah, we aren't going to do anything without Diplo for quite some while. I'm really glad that the Teutons asked for access, because that gave us, for at least a tiny while, it gave us a bit of happiness. Yeah. Giving and requesting military access is one way of increasing relations, aside from just doing the improved relations shindig. Ooh, nanny. Okay, Ukraine, Hungary, Teutons. Teutons are enemies. Huh. Fancy that. But I really, really want to get Poland as allies. I mean, their enemies are elsewhere. The Teutons, yeah, but if they go to war against Teutons, there's quite a large number of stuff that's going to just punch them in the face. And the Teutons don't really have any allies that could threaten us. I mean, Hungary, yeah, Hungary's over here. Like they are going to come and punch us in the face. Nope. Well, really, really want to get alliance up with... but Poland can't afford another Diplo relation. Crap. Why can't you? You only have one alliance with Brandenburg. You have personal union with Lithuania. You have Moldavia and Mazovia as vassals. Yeah, so that's two. Then Brandenburg is one, and then Lithuania as the fourth. So maxed out on 4 Diplo relations. Lose prestige or lose... Yeah, I'll pay a little bit less than 6 ducats for 10 prestige. Yes, please. Yeah, morale of armies and trade power. Those are the things that I mostly care about right now. But yeah, I'm really glad to get anything that boosts any numbers that I consider worthwhile right now. So our leader is crap. He's 39. I wonder how theocracies gain new rulers. I mean, it's kind of similar to monarchy, that you can't really affect it in any way, but you don't have a clear clue as to who is going to be next. You don't have an heir here. It's not like it's runs in the family. It's interesting to see. Let's check the... Yep, we've maxed out on our... almost maxed out on our papal influence. And 141 points, 151 points, 110 points. Yeah, the cost goes up so fast. You just don't have any chance of influencing any of these dudes. Getting to play with a decent amount of papal influence is just so damn hard. I am going to want to change these up as quickly as possible, both Kurland and Semigalia. Kurland first because it's base 2 tax, and Semigalia second, base 1. Always go for the one that gives you most income and most points, just all kinds of points, generally income. Yeah, this should happen in 2 months' time. Let's go to speed 4 again. And here we go. Change culture to Prussian, from Old Prussian. Now. Whoa. Pskov, you are rich. You're also a noble republic. Interesting. Do you have allies? You are a vassal of Muscovy, so that would be no on trying to take on Pskov then. Yeah, I'd love to get Azel back before we lose our core in it. Yeah, in 50 years after it's captured, if you don't recapture it, you are going to lose your core on it. However, unless something insane happens and, I don't know, France or Britain declares war on Denmark and manage to somehow push their noses in, I just can't foresee myself getting into a situation where we can take Özel back. Only way we can really do it is if we can snipe it. If we can snipe it while Denmark is otherwise preoccupied. Plague! Yay! I love plagues. So for 3 years we'd lose goods produced, or we lose 50 ducats. That I already foresee this costing me way more than 50 ducats, but look at this. Look at my balance. I'd need to take out many loans, and all of them would increase my inflation. Don't want. How much did this hurt us? I didn't even pay enough attention. Oh well, all I can hope is that it wasn't a horrible choice. Halceon's alliance. Okay, let's check out who you are buddies with and who you're warred with. Okay, exactly the same dudes. One are enemies and rivals. So enemies is who have set you as a rival, and rivals are who you have set as a rival. So Brandenburg, Pomerania, and Holstein. So Holstein, which is vassal of Denmark, so they won't be doing diddly squat without Denmark's approval. I'm going to actually decline that. Sorry, Hansa, because I don't want to get pulled into another war with Denmark, Sweden, Norway, and all this crap. Unless I absolutely have to. Basically meaning unless they declare on me. Let's check the tech situation. 434, same as me. 444. 333. Here you can see the fact that they are Eastern tech group. It costs them more, so they are a bit slower to reach new levels of tech. Yeah, here we are, just moseying along, trying to think of ways to actually pull off some coups somewhere. I mean, I'd love to punch the Teutons in the face, actually, because they were dicks and refused to join in our war, and get their faces punched as well. They're allied with Hungary. yeah, and to be quite fair, I think I want to take Memel. We want to expand a bit to somewhere, and Memel is as good a choice as any. We can't take Ozel back. Pskov is vassal of Muscovy, so it's not like we want to declare war on them. I'm definitely not going to go after Sweden, Denmark, or Norway. It's just not going to happen. Lithuania, same deal. Far too big for my liking. I'm really surprised that Lithuania is actually holding together as well as it is, considering what I said early on about them having Orthodox all over the place and having different cultures all over the place. Oh hey, who are you at war with? Poland, Moldavia, Mazovia, Lithuania, and Brandenburg. Fantastic. Hey, let's actually let's stop kissing Moscow and do our first spy thing here. As I said previously, spying covert actions is done with diplomats, the same as all these other things. And right now all we can do is fabricate a claim. Now how you do it is you have to either border the province that you want to fabricate a claim on, or you have to border the same sea tile as the province you want to fabricate a claim on. Also, you cannot do it in the capital of your opposing faction, I don't think. I'm not entirely sure about that though. Anyway, we want to grab Memel. It will take us 368 days, so almost exactly a year. The fact that we do this claim at all gives us aggressive expansion, which lowers the opinion of certain folks towards us. And the risk of discovery that will lengthen the time it takes to get the claim actually fabricated is, yeah, it's just showcased over here. So let's do that, and if we are insanely lucky, we might be able to pull off a coup and go to war with the Teutons and grab some land off of them. So let's grab, we had 5 dudes and our limit was 8. Right, so let's do this. 1 horsey and 1 infantry. And right now we don't have any revolt risk at all, so let's save up as much money as we can, and if things go perfectly, we might be able to get 1 more horsey before we might need to go and grab the province. Clergy condemns philosopher as heretic. Lose stability or lose stability. Yay. I hate these kinds of events. But we don't really need our missionaries for anything, so let's just grab that decreased tech cost just in case we want it. And here you can see what happens if your stability goes in the negatives. Trade power goes down, spy defense goes down, revolt risk goes up everywhere, and interest goes up if we had any loans. Luckily we don't have any of those. You know what, I'm just going to leave it as is for the time being. I'm going to try and save up my admin power points to maybe get some tech up, because I want to get something out of that stupid event. So if we manage to tech up even once during the time it takes, or in the time that event is in effect, I'll be happy. Also, our manpower has suffered quite a bit from that war. I mean, we just lost 2,000 of it just recruiting those dudes, but we're still like 2,000 from our max. Oh, and here's one more thing I need to showcase about armies. Cavalry. You cannot have more than 50% cavalry compared to your infantry in battle, or you will suffer the insufficient support penalty. That's kind of weirdly worded. it means that you can have exactly 1-to-1 ratio of infantry to cavalry, or you start suffering penalties in battle. Now, some other tech groups can have different kinds of percentages, like 60 or even 100 in case of hordes, because hordes don't get any infantry at all, they only get horses. But yeah, generally try to keep at most 1-to-1 ratio. I prefer to keep just like 1 or 2 horses for every 6 to 8 infantry. But that's just me, I'm an infantry kind of guy. The horses cost more maintenance, I think, anyway. They are superior units, at least in the early game. They kinda get surpassed later, even though they do still have a far greater movement speed than the infantry can have. Now this is kind of unfortunate that we finished improving relations with Poland up to max. Yay! It is unfortunate that this war is still going on and Lithuania has its troops over there, because the ideal circumstance would be if they were already in a war, the Teutons, I mean, and we could just jump in and declare on them and have them fight that other war, and then just go snipe Memel and then sit on it, and the other war would increase their war exhaustion and have them all kinds of other bad stuff happen to them, and we could just slowly sit on our war goal until they feel like, okay, we need to piece someone out, and then we could just go, hey, how about you give us Memel and we'll go away. Yay, thank you. And then we'd go home and everything would be swell. Yeah, Poland can't afford any diplo relations. Crap. How about you, Muscovy? You okay for an alliance? Yeah. Can't. Right. Our opinion of Muscovy isn't in the positives. Crap. Please, Muscovy, do something to increase our opinion of you. Because, yeah. They are our best hope against Novgorod, should they ever decide to go insane on us. They do have enough on their hands with Sweden and Muscovy, though. Oh, and Kurland is finally ours. Like, completely ours. Totally Prussian. Yay! That gives us more tax from there, and their revolt risk goes way down. This is awesome. This only costs 25 points, so we'll do that as well. I'll get rid of that minus 33% penalty. So, a tiny bit more tax income for us makes me a happy man. Happy. I'm so happy. Okay, let's not sing any more of that. I will get copyright flagged or something. This is weird. Estonian is accepted, but we could still change it to Prussian. I guess that's cultures become accepted if they are more than X% of all the cultures in your nation. So Estonian have enough provinces in their control compared to the total number of provinces in the country. So if at some point we gain more land that's not Estonian, they would get like unaccepted. At which point it would be good if we'd converted them like in advance, I guess. Although I do want to save my diplo points for other things, if at all possible.